Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. I was just reading about Einstein's theory of relativity and drinking my Gatorade. You see, in 1905, he determined that the laws of physics are the same for all non-accelerating observers, and the speed of light in a vacuum is constant and independent of the motion of its observers. Why don't you guys come with me and let's really dive in to this revolutionary theory that explains how the world works. My name is Michelle, and let's learn about relativity theory. Come on, guys. Let's go. Theory of relativity, created by Einstein, presented by Michelle. Let's begin by defining relativity. It is a method for two people to agree on what they see if one of them is moving. In this situation, Jay-Z would have to agree with Beyonce on how fast the light from her car is traveling if he is in a stationary position and she is moving forward at a constant speed. But let's come back to this later. The first point of Einstein's theory says that the laws of physics are the same in all inertial frames. The laws of physics would apply to both Jay-Z and Beyonce, although Beyonce is moving and Jay-Z is stationary. The second point states that the speed of light in a vacuum is the same for all observers. That means that both Jay-Z and Beyonce see the light moving at 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Although Beyonce's car is moving with the speed s, Jay-Z still sees the light moving at 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second, and s has no influence on that. Beyonce sees the light moving at that speed as well. But now, Jay-Z and Beyonce are confused. If Beyonce saw the light travel a different distance than Jay did, then how can the speed of light they witness be equal? Well, that means that the time variable must have altered between them. This is called time dilation. Say if Beyonce were to shine a light through a mirror in her moving car, the light would hit the mirror and then go back to her while the car was in motion. Beyonce sees the light traveling at a different distance than Jay does. Jay sees the light traveling further. Jay saw the light travel in a path like this, while Beyonce saw the light travel in a path like this. Since Jay saw the light travel at a longer distance, that means he must have witnessed the light traveling for a longer amount of time. We are used to regarding time as constant. However, this is not the case. Jay-Z witnessed the situation move at a slower rate than Beyonce did. This is time dilation. This is because time is relative. Time dilation goes hand in hand with length contraction. That means that length is also relative. The time in a moving reference frame is equal to 1 over the square root of 1 minus the object's velocity squared over the speed of light squared. Recall that speed equals distance over time. The distance that Beyonce traveled increased, so then the time had to increase as well. However, time and distance do not increase at the same rate. In fact, time doesn't dilate enough for the speed to be equal between Jay-Z and Beyonce. This is where length contraction comes in. As the speed of objects moves closer to the speed of light, the time they take to travel slows down, and their length decreases as well. The size of Beyonce and her light is actually smaller than we thought. So that means that the light had to travel at a smaller distance. In conclusion, time dilation and length contraction work together to ensure that there is a constant speed of light, no matter the frame of reference. So, Beyonce and Jay-Z agreed on the speed of light. Now they can go back to making a ton of money and being in the Illuminati. Wow, it's been a long day. It's time for me to unzip my tie. Join me next week when I talk about the Illuminati.